Hello my loves, I hope you're all doing well. Most importantly, I hope that you are all staying safe. You're welcome to my channel. I'd like to remind you to kindly just like and subscribe so that we can, just keep doing this, just going on with it. I'd love to keep giving you guys awesome content, and I look forward to the rest of the episodes that I will be filming. So right now what I'm going to be doing is showing you how I achieved this look. This is my go-to soft glam look. I popped on some lashes. It's optional. I mean, if you don't want to have lashes on, that's okay. But yeah, I like to put on just some lashes depending on the occasion. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you're staying safe. Have fun with it. I try to use affordable products, and where I didn't have an affordable product, or rather a drugstore product, I try to recommend an alternative for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Feel free, get your own makeup and just play with it, move along with me, and yeah, let's do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop primer. I love this primer so much, guys. I love it because it just helps to keep the shine on my face at bay. I have very, very oily skin. You notice I did my eyebrows already, so there's a tutorial that I have and I will link it in my description box. But for now, let's go ahead with the rest of the face. Now this next step is optional, but as you guys know, I like going in with some loose setting powder all over my face. I do that mostly to control the shine on my skin as well. It's kind of like a second barrier. In case you don't have a primer, you can go ahead and do this. And it also provides some extra coverage for the skin so that you don't have to use as much foundation. So the next step we're going to take is to put my shade of foundation all over my face, and I'm using these foundation sticks by Black Opal. This is my second time using them. I just bought them very recently, and so yeah, I would like to try them. I think I like them so far. So I'm really not having a hard time blending this foundation, as you guys can see. It has a creamy consistency. It wouldn't be my first choice if you have oily skin. It is quite creamy. It's not matte at all, but it blends beautifully. So if you have oily skin and you still want to use it, I would recommend using some serious barriers like I did. So as you can see right now, I'm applying my highlight shade in the areas that I want to highlight. And this is in the shade Truly Topaz, still in the Black Opal stick foundation. So the beauty about these foundation sticks is that I do not need concealer at all. I just buy them and then I'm covered with concealer. I actually even use it for my eyebrows. I didn't need to get anything else to highlight my eyebrows. I used the Truly Topaz shade. So yeah, it does a very good job. And the beauty about it is, as you vary in between shades, let's say you get some sunburn or you get a tan or something, you can always just adjust the shades by mixing them. So that's the beauty of having 3 foundation sticks, one a shade darker, one a shade lighter, and one in your actual skin tone. Or you could just have 2, one lighter and one darker, and then mix the 2. Now I went ahead and contoured my face. I was using the Black Walnut still in these foundation sticks. I contoured the perimeter of my face just below my cheekbones, along my jawline, and now I'm working on my nose. Like I said, guys, I don't need any concealer. I just use these foundation sticks. They double as concealer and as foundation. They're full coverage and just creamy and beautiful and easy to blend. So right now I'm blending my highlight shade. Guys, you need to take time when you're blending. I'm using a beauty sponge. That's what I prefer to use under my eyes, but if you get a good brush, you can still use that. And just take your time with it. I rushed through this video, but I had to take my time. Then I go back and forth with my foundation brush to blend the parts where I highlighted and the parts where I contoured. You don't want it to look too obvious. You want it to look seamless. Please remember, when blending your contour, you need to blend upwards. You don't want it to drag your face down. So guys, I think that blended beautifully. I'm very, very happy with the results. So next, what I'm going to do is just set it. Unfortunately, I do not have Black Opal setting powders, but I am going to use something else. I will be using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Medium Deep to set my highlight. I'm going to just take some of that powder and place it like in the areas that I highlighted, like that. Now this foundation is very, very oily, so usually what I advise is, if you've got oily skin, I would highly recommend going in with blotting paper just over it and just taking off that excess oil if you want to make it last. Like, get something like this. Now this isn't blotting paper. I don't have any blotting paper right now, but I do have some tissue, and just do that to take off some of that excess oil. Just blot some of it off to make the foundation more matte, you know, just like that. So yeah, I'm looking crazy, but I will make sense. Now guys, I'm going to just beg for your forgiveness. I do not have an inexpensive bronzing or dark powder. What I do have is this Black Up, but I'm sure you can find them in like Black Opal as well, all around Kampala. Just get one a shade deeper than your normal skin tone and use that to just set your contour. But Black Up is available. I think I've seen it at Linton's, I've seen it at even Nicole. So just use it right there in those areas that you contoured. So now what I'm going to do is just dust off this excess powder. So now what I like to do is go in with my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish Powder. You can use a powder that is your shade, but please make sure it blends really well with your skin, because what we want to do is just to bring everything together. So yeah, I'm just going to put that all over my face. Now to bring back some warmth to my face, because I am looking quite powdery, I'm going to go back in with that powder that I used to set my contour and just put it all over the perimeters of my face. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with my setting spray. Now an affordable setting spray that you can use is this NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. It helps to just keep my makeup in place all day. On the expensive side, I like to use my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. That stuff like really, really works. But for now, we're going to use this and spray it all over my face. So now what I like to do is to get an eye primer, an eyeshadow primer for this step. If you are going to get into any eyeshadow, I want to do something soft. So what I like to use is this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. Now I don't like to use this under my eyes because it is really dry, but as a concealer it is perfect as an eyelid primer. Why? Because it is really matte, so it's not going to like make my eyeshadow collect within those lines, right? So for this step I can just use my fingers, like very easy. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to just set it with a powder, and I'm going to go back to that powder that I used to highlight, and I'm going to go in with that same dark powder that I used and just put that all over my eye. And now I'm going in with a very thin angled brush to just put some eyeliner on my top lid just right next to my eyelashes. And for this simple glam look, I want to keep this eyeliner very, very thin. So do you see how that looks with eyeshadow? Try it out and let me know how it goes for you guys. Just make sure you have the right tools for it. So the next thing we will be doing is applying this beautiful bronzer by Black Opal. Guys, this highlighter is perfect if you just want that simple glow, which looks like it's coming from within. It's amazing. So for this lip look, I'm going to be using two lipsticks. I'm going to be using this one called Caramel Cake and another one called Nudist Bitch. They're both from Wet n Wild, really affordable, and I love them. Like, they help me create the perfect nude lipstick. So guys, I'm done with this look and I hope you love it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to have you guys as part of my family here on YouTube. I look forward to hearing your comments on what you think about this look. This lip, oh, I forgot to mention, sometimes I like to wear it with a gloss. You can just put a gloss on top of it, especially like in the middle area. I think it looks gorgeous. Thanks guys for watching. Until next time, bye. Stay safe.